Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this from Remezcla. Blue Beetle video review gets dragged for racist criticism. Here's what happened. This is a very bad article with a very bad take. Especially the people who got triggered over this. In fact, let me go and show you some of the points. The folks at Pop Culture YouTube channel were receiving some major backlash. I wouldn't call it major. You got a few retards commenting on the comment section of YouTube channel and a couple of posts that barely had any track on Twitter. That's it. From review backlash recently from DC Comics and Superhero, the indie video, the title, Let's Talk About Blue Beetle. I see what he did there, and I love it. Especially because the movie was absolutely, utterly racist. They took the biggest stereotypes they could possibly think of about Mexicans and shoved it in there. That's racist, you morons. That's kind of like making a movie of white people and shoving every single stereotype out there. The same thing for blacks and Asians. Albeit I'll definitely enjoy a Roof Korean one. Now that one is epic. Anyway, moving on. A group of contributors at Nerdrotic discussed the what now? Latrine? Oh no, Latin. What's Latin? Yeah, I don't know what that is in there, either. Yeah, I know what it is. I'm being sarcastic because only retards. In fact, within the Latino community, the idiotic exchange of letters to represent that retarded nonsense and religious moronic retardness that we see from the left about genders is less than 5%, I think. The last poll they did, the support for this is minimal. Only the people who have grown in the US on far leftist enclaves like California or Hawaii are support this shit. And people who never left their gated community and are distant or have distant relatives from Mexico or Latin America, etc. Anyway, aspects of the movie that they didn't like and did it in the most disparaging ways possible. Well, yes, the movie is filthy fucking racist. One of them, who calls himself Quarter Black Garrett, he is literally a quarter black. So you already have diversity using the diversity definitions of people like this idiot. As his co-host, movies featuring... Oh, Jesus Christ, this is going to be a feature in this article, isn't it? Latin characters have to include Latin... So many... What? I said, why movies featuring Latin characters have to include Latin so many... Okay, I'm now confused. Have characters to include... Movies featuring Latin characters have to include Latin so many... This is why you don't get diversity hires. Anytime there is a Hispanic or black character in a movie or a show, it is completely centered around that culture, and there's no other aspect of anything else. He said, okay, he happens to be Hispanic. Does every single aspect of his life have to be tacos? What Quarter Black Garrett here is referring to is the stereotype. He's Hispanic, sure. Does it have to be every single stereotypical shit out there to represent him? That's the point that he's trying to make. And then this idiot here quotes a bunch of idiotic idiots on Twitter to try and represent his point. Here, one example. That's Nerdrotic Blue Beetle review pissed me off. Like that white lady must be such a pick me. like subtly. What y'all know about black and brown experiences? Nothing, so shut the fuck up. You didn't review the movie, you just didn't like how the movie depicted white people. Based on this opinion here, we can safely say that Liz here did not watch the movie. They are criticizing how the idiots who created this movie and made this movie is depicting Hispanic culture, which is depicting it in the most racist way possible. No wonder this goddamn filthy garbage is not doing well for Warner, not even in the Latino countries, not even in Latin America, which was literally made for these people. Here, Bound Comics box office analyst predicts Blue Beetle to be another massive flop for Warner Bros, but it will lose around 100 million. Not even in Mexico is doing that well. $2.7 million in Mexico. What the fuck? This is bad. But before I continue ragging on these idiots, here's a trailer of something far better. Right, so we're back and ragging at idiots. These people are moronic. Neurotic is racist as fuck. I have guessed. Shocking that the person who has exhibited extreme cases of homophobia, misogyny, transphobia, and previous racism would be this racist when it comes to Blue Beetle. Time in prison didn't do this fuckwad weird ass loser any good. Well, if you don't know, the prison system is very racist. It's pretty much the wet dream of people like you and neo-Nazis. Society in there is actually heavily segregated within racial characteristics. I would say qualities, but it's not. It's characteristics. That's the correct word. Characteristics. You moron. But not only that, Nerdrotic is not fucking racist. He's definitely pointing out what you fucking filthy racists are actually trying to defend. This movie is exceptionally racist. Why? Oh, by the way, that taco that he has on this, on the thumbnail there is tasty as fuck. But anyway. He's pointing out that the movie has stereotypical nonsense that people with a passing knowledge of Hispanic culture have about Mexicans. The movie is very racist towards that. He's pointing that out, you morons. This is why you people are a fucking joke. Anyway, moving on. Here's another one. that this idiot who wrote this article quoted. The Nerdrotic Blue Beetle video was just an excuse for a bunch of dudes to be racist and pretend to be criticism. Well, maybe you morons should actually watch their criticism of the movie and the criticism of this garbage of your point that you are making. But anyway, I decided to go and take a look, and here is the video in question. As you can see, an American, an ex-con that they like to point out, a British guy, crazy dude that I absolutely love, and I wish I could say the things he says on the internet and elsewhere, but I cannot. My lawyer has advised me to keep my mouth shut. Comics division, an American. Then we have the diversity here, which is the quarter black Garrett. Yes, as much as they try to point out that this thing is an all-white representation. Talking about that, you have a black guy, you have a British guy, you have another British guy, and you have an Australian, which is a colony of ex-convicts. Whoops. Then you have a white lady used to work as a secretary and rightfully so points out how fucking racist the movie was, in which shows a part in there where the main character goes in all groomed up with a suit, etc. And the woman, the secretary goes in there, says the delivery is down at the bottom. That would never happen in real life. And she rightfully points it out. This is fucking racist, this Blue Beetle movie. And then we have an Asian woman. You see, it's already diverse. Then we have a bunch of fucking idiots commenting here. It's absurd. Let's see. I love hearing about criticism of Mexican culture from a panel that looks like a talking mayor jar. Since I already covered this, you'll know. You will know, and we will notice that it is not anything as racist as this goddamn fucking moron says it is, and using racial terms like what he just did, male jar. These people have literally zero self-awareness. And the exchange and the pun that Nerdrotic did is absolutely smart and amazingly well done. But then again, the left does not understand what it is a joke. They do not understand what is a funny thing. They are completely and utterly creatively bankrupt and dead. That's why their memes are a bunch of fucking... Literally, they cannot meme. Right. Here, what one guy said, but this one is actually in support, and he does have a point. As a Mexican who was fired for not being Mexican enough, I love how you guys call out this hypocrisy from the director. Love you, fellowship. Exactly, Latinos like us. We're pointing out how goddamn fucking racist this movie is, and then you have a bunch of fucking idiots, far leftists, who are all programmed to follow a narrative to come and attack this panel and this stuff. This is absurd. Here's another idiot trying to see if he could say something smart, but he failed at it. Everyone in this video goes to Taco Bell for authentic Mexican experience. The Taco Bell food is in fact Mexican food, but adapted using American culture or what was available. It was the immigrants from Mexico that went to Texas and that region itself, Arizona, etc. They brought their food in, but some of the ingredients were not available or anything like that, but they also were setting up their restaurants and they wanted to attract more people to eat their food, so they created more variety on their food, frying things, creating what is now known as cheddar cheese with nachos, or the hard shell tacos, which is exactly what Taco Bell ended up copying as well. But these tiny little details is completely lost to these morons. It's absurd how these people do. It's just retarded. I don't think these people are very self-aware of what they are doing. Here's another idiot. This video is further proof that not everyone deserves to have a platform. Yeah, you shouldn't have one to begin with. You can see a lot of retarded comments in here in this video. Just search it up on Nerdrotic Daily. Let's talk about Blue Beetle, spoilers, featuring Parler and Disperu. Go and check it out. You're gonna see how retarded most of these commenters are. On that goddamn fucking hell, the left cannot meme. Have a great fucking night.